it doesn't have to be this way or that way, backwards and forwards. No. Is that kind of an awkward confession to make today? I might not be autistic. Let's get into it. So basically, I've been curious about having autism for the past, I guess, 4, 5 years. Like, it's been a while. It's been like completely eye-opening, so interesting, first of all, but also like just amazing, and like learning more about myself, getting more curious about the way that my brain works, the things that I need in order to like be okay. But unfortunately, I have not been clinically diagnosed. It's fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know. It's just the case for right now. Now, I know that this field is growing, but I just had another phone call with the team that did my assessment, and I was talking to my case manager at this point, and I was ready to like tell her, like, I was like, let's keep the appointment. I'm going to tell her what I think about why I am autistic, why I am ADHD, and why I disagree with their results. And I mean, I told her like my perspective about how I wasn't able to get into the reasons why I believe autism may be what's going on with me. And I was also bothered by just the fact that all the evidence that I gave pointed to being autistic or ADHD, and then her assessment of me and my socializing skills like pointed her in a different direction. Yeah, I found it really frustrating, especially the fact that the person that like filled out a form to talk about my childhood basically put no evidence. But this is somebody who isn't like hadn't been educated on this topic before filling them out, and also didn't fill out the ADHD form. So anyway, it's complicated. As you can see, you can hear me just getting into the minutia of it. But even when I told my case manager all of my perspectives, even about how women are not diagnosed as often as men are, or boys, and also the fact that like I've been treated for PTSD for the past 9 years, and find that like some of my sensory stuff seems to be different from like a PTSD trigger response. And she just was like, I think it's PTSD, like that can explain like some of the masking feelings, some of the social burnout stuff, all this stuff. So I came out of that feeling really, really defeated. I was just thinking like, what the heck? Like, I really thought that I found something that made sense for me, and the fact that it's not validated feels just like, it just leads me towards like, I mean, obviously, like I can lean towards like feeling crazy just because I've had mental health struggles in the past, and people have told me stuff of like, it's like your brain is lying to you, stuff like that. But then there's just this also like this part of me that I don't want to be delusional. Like, I don't want to like, I felt like I was like, I'm torn, like between like choosing to believe the clinician or choosing to believe myself over the clinician. And I'm like, I don't feel like capable of choosing one over the other. Like, I want to believe myself, trust myself, and know myself. And I feel like I do. And I also don't want to completely disregard what the clinician thinks. She's seen so many cases. So I'm just like, okay, like, and so what I'm trying to work with now is like being in the gray area rather than being in the black and white. And I'm just thinking, okay, like maybe everything can be true. Maybe I have autistic traits and ADHD traits. Maybe I also have some neurotypical traits and things that can be explained by PTSD or anxiety. And I pretty much can guarantee, or like I feel very, very confident that people are going to be learning more about autism and ADHD as time goes on. We've already seen it with ADHD, we've seen it with PTSD. And I think as time goes on, I wouldn't be surprised if like by the time I'm like in my 50s, people are going to be like, oh yeah, you're for sure autistic, or, you know, some sort of like subgroup underneath autism. But for now, just based on how things are, I'm like, well, it's like, I don't want to just, I mean, I want to use accommodations that help me, but I'm not at a point where I need like, accommodations from like a federal level or something like that. I think that for me, I think it's one of those things where I'm going to be like, okay, like I think I probably am autistic in certain way, like in certain ways, which sounds so crazy to say. But then I also believe that I have so many privileges that I really want to like remember that I have. I have like the ability to communicate, verbalize, like use my body in certain ways, work, make money, drive, certain things that like I really want to like make sure that I am aware of. Like I don't want to just put those to the side and be like, that doesn't matter, because I don't know, like for me, I don't think other people are doing this, but for me, I just don't want to like overlook those privileges. I want to like remember that it's okay for me to be curious, find out more, and also to see where my limitations are and see where I have abilities that not everyone has. So my priority now is to find a balance between being super sweet and curious about the way that I function and balance that with supporting myself, but also challenging myself to see what I'm capable of. So I want to, just to reiterate, I want to be sweet to myself. I want to challenge myself. I want to support myself. I want to see what I'm capable of. So it's kind of just riding that line, moving forward in one direction, moving forward in another direction. It doesn't have to be this way or that way, backwards and forwards. No. So I'm really excited to just keep telling you about my journey. I hope it's okay for you to hear this from me. I know that autism is something that is talked about a lot more than it used to be now in different ways and in different circles. And so I hope that if you're someone who also has been curious, I hope that it is helpful for me to share about my experience. I hope that none of what I say like offends you or makes you feel invalidated, because I really think it's amazing to like go on this journey. I think it's amazing to find out more about our neurotype and the ways that we work and function. And so I'm really, really, really glad that I've been learning so much about autism, about ADHD, and found new ways of like working with myself so that I can be the best version of myself. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any thoughts, any perspectives, please share them in the comments below. I really appreciate your time. If you liked the video, hit it with a like. If you want to learn more and follow me on the journey, then hit that subscribe button and you'll see my next video. All right, I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.